Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If we haven't met before, hi, my name is Shiv. If you're coming back then welcome. In today's video I have this kind of soft, neutral but heavy glam kind of makeup look. I just fancied using some neutral tones today and using a few products. I've just obtained a lot of makeup recently, so there's like 2 videos I filmed with new products lately. But this is the look I came up with. Super wearable, would flatter so many different people, and yeah, just really easy to recreate. So if you like to see how I got this makeup look and some thoughts on products, the usual, please carry on watching. Before you do, please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and hit that notification bell so you're alerted when I upload a new video, and follow me on my social media pages while you're at it. I'm Shiv on Makeup Biz across all platforms. Handle is the same. Without further ado, let's just jump straight into the video. I'm honestly just really in the mood for a super soft glam kind of vibe today. So we're going to start with the brows. We're going to use a lot of neutral tones and just go for the full on glam look. And I'm so excited to dive into it. The first product I have to try is this Browtique Brows Lamination Palette, which has like a brow gel at the top. You've got can see the shades to carve the crease. You've got some darkish creamy kind of shades, and also some brow powders and a shimmery highlight. So I'm going to use this to do my brows. Yeah, I'm excited. Let's just dive straight in. I tend to just kind of leave my brows pretty much undone nowadays, but I feel like I want to start dressing them up a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the Lamy Fix, and I'm just going in with a spoolie brush onto the product, because I don't know if you need water for this. Actually, you need water. I've just read the instructions. So I'm just going to spray my brush with a little bit of setting spray as water, because I don't have any water nearby to hand. And then I'm going to go back into the Lamy Fix, which should activate this into more of a paste. So once I've got a nice little paste going, I'm just going to go ahead and brush up the brows. I love doing almost laminated look. I'm just going to go ahead and do the other brow. So you can see the paste is starting to form on the end of the spoolie. Just use it to wipe off onto the brows and get a nice little paste going on. Now we've got a nice little paste going on, we can use this to really kind of shape those brows. I like to do them kind of up and outwards. Using my finger just to flatten down the brows a little bit. I'm just going to take a cotton bud and some micellar water just to kind of get rid of the excess brow wax around the brows, just so when we put base and foundation on and eyeshadow and anything else around the area, it's not going to create uneven texture. Go around the edges just to get rid of any excess product so I have a smooth base to work with. I'm just going to go back to the brows. I'm taking this shade here from the Browtique palette, this shade here called Ash Blonde, and I'm going to take this and just pop a little bit through the sparser areas of my brows. Not too much, because I like to kind of be able to see the brow hairs, but just enough to add some extra shape. And I'm going to use the angled brush that comes with the palette. I definitely could have done with a little bit of a darker shade for the brows, but I do really like the sort of consistency of this. I'm pretty sure there's other shades in this palette as well, but for me I do have quite naturally bold brows. I'm just going to use a little spoolie thing that's on the end of the brush and just squish this down a little bit, almost marry the two together. Yeah, that's definitely helping. I'm then going to go into the shade Silk Creme up here just to carve up the very top of my brow, just to kind of utilize the palette. And then I'm just going to literally carve out right underneath my brow. I'm now going to prime my eyes with the Be Perfect Prime eyeshadow base. I actually really like this. It's probably running out, to be honest. This just dries down so quickly and just creates a really perfect base. I absolutely love this. This stuff just dries down so nicely. The trick is to kind of do one eye at a time, but you don't have to spend forever patting your eyeshadow base out. This would probably be even quicker if you were just to use a beauty sponge, but I've already done my brows and I'm way too clumsy for that. So I'm going to use a brush, but you just don't have to pat it down for so long. Patting that in, super easy. I'm not using tape today, so it's going to be interesting to see how I like the makeup looks. I love using tape, but I just feel like I want to try something different. You know, one of my 2024, which seems absolutely mad to say that year. I don't know why. I know it's really cliche, but it does sound really weird to say 2024. It just sounds way more futuristic. I don't know. Does anyone else feel the same? But for me, I think one of my main New Year's sort of resolutions or goals, should we say, is just to wear makeup more often. Which is a bit strange because I feel like some people would say like to not wear makeup as often, feel more comfortable in their own skin, but to me it's not anything to do with that. I just feel like I don't give myself enough time to like feel super confident, and I just love wearing makeup. Like the creativity flows. I always feel super like happy and confident when I'm doing makeup, when I'm wearing makeup, when I'm talking about makeup. So I just need to really dive back into that passion, I think. Like my channel is literally called Siobhan Makeup Biz, so I need to bring back all of that makeup passion, wild cut creases, and just playing along with like creative makeup looks and stuff. Like I never got rid of 2016 makeup, you guys. I just stopped doing makeup as often. Not out of choice, just out of life, I guess. Like I live by myself, live with my partner now. You know, I've got a boyfriend. You know, I don't just live in a bedroom where I have to tidy that up. I've got to tidy a whole flat up. I've got life expenses, all that stuff. So it's just balancing everything. But I know I can do it if I just make it a habit, you know? I'm now going to set the lid with this powder from Jordanaticia. This is in the shade Half Baked. I'm just going to put this all over the lid because I'm doing a completely matte look. And it's just because we're going to be doing an all matte look on the eyes, and I just think when you do all matte looks working with a dry base, unless you're doing like a really intense smoky look, I feel like it just allows for such easier blending. I tend to just not set the base when doing like a shimmer or something. Quickly set that all down. Just a fluffy brush from Made by Mitchell. I'm now going on to basically the inspo for me wanting to do like a soft neutral look, and this is the very famous Jordanaticia Nude Divinity palette, which looks like this, and this is very fresh. I mean, this is all over TikTok, and I'm very much into TikTok, so if you haven't seen this palette that's where it's from. It's just like the perfect neutral palette, completely all matte shades, like just such a staple in your makeup collection or kit if you're an artist. So I'm going to use this to create a soft glam look today. I'm taking a very old MAC 217 brush. It's so old all of the writing has scratched off, and I am going to start with, I actually don't have a clue. I'm going to take the shade Cosmos, which is this one right here. They're very brown shades. It's going to be really hard for me to describe between the different colours, but I'm going to take this shade right here, Cosmos, and kind of blend this very messily to start with on the outer corner and crease. Very lightly blending this on the outer corner of the eye and then like into the crease. I want to do a lot of smoky but with like a really open inner corner. So I'm just blending that in circular motions with a fluffy brush in the outer corner and then into the crease. And I'll go back and forth a few times to build up the intensity. Bringing that a little bit more into the crease now. Not too much because I'm gonna like put shadows there, like lighter colours, but I just want some sort of like background to it. I'm now gonna deepen things up with the shade right here, which is called Crescent, which is like a warmer dark brown. Just tapping off the excess, and I'm gonna like blend in almost like a little liner shape from the outer corner and then just start building that inwards. Super diffused and like fluffy is almost like the look that I'm going for. They're blending into each other absolutely beautifully, but I kind of thought that would be the case. So I'm just blending that in with a nice neutral smoky eye we've got going on. This colour is super pigmented. Like, did you see I've barely gone back and forth with the colour? I'm really focusing on this outer corner. That way, like, when we even do concealer around this kind of area, it doesn't take away the smokiness. The trick with any eyeshadow look is just to go back and forth through the colours a few times, just to get like the desired blend. If you go back like once and twice, you're not going to get the look that you want. So I'm just taking Cosmos again and just going kind of back over the general area with this. Just kind of smooth out any edges. This is literally a foolproof, smoky, neutral eye. Don't even have to be neat with this at all. This is looking so nice. I'm loving this blend. I'm actually just going to come away from the shadow for a second and take a little bit of my primer that I used on the same brush that I used to put it all across the lid. This lid. I can't speak today. This like flat synthetic brush, and just kind of coat the edges of this. Right, let's just hope that I stay in focus for this. So I'm just going to start like stamping it in just so the product is kind of even on the brush. Because I've looked up, it will transfer the concealer to the highest part that it will naturally transfer, which is where like the lid will show. So I'm going to bring it up to that section. Just going to tap that in and then a little bit onto the lid as well. Really hard to do with like a far away camera. You have to get really in there, you know. I remember when I used to do like really up close eyeshadow looks, and I would love to do that again in 2024, but you've no idea how hard it is when you're filming on this camera, like your phone camera or whatever for Instagram, because I cannot put this quality on my Instagram, it looks really weird, and then trying to like make sure it's in focus and like at a good angle. Like, it's so difficult. And where I'm filming in my room at the moment is like a very makeshift kind of setup, and like kind of like got my bedside table behind me and all that kind of thing, so it's just trying to find like the easiest place to film videos. Clear head, clear mind, so they say. I'm then going to go back to the Jordanaticia palette, and I am going to take the shade Aurora with a little bit of Empress. So Aurora is this super pale colour right here, and Empress is this super pale like bone shade. Obviously if you are deeper skin of me, you would just adapt to suit your skin colour, but I just want it to be like super bright on that inner corner. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that all over where we've just put that concealer base. So I'm just tapping into Aurora, tapping off the excess like once, and then kind of going into Empress, and then just setting this base so it's really nice and bright. Bring that almost just above the crease on the inner corner. I'm just going to go back to that shade Cosmos and just use this to blend out that kind of neutral colour very softly right at the top, just because I've accidentally gone over it a little bit. And then just kind of back and forth between the colours right here. You'll see I'm using the tip of the brush to almost like diffuse that. I'm just going back into that shade Gaia, just the teeniest little bit right in that outer corner again, just to deepen that up. I'm then going to add a wing, but I'm going to try not to make it too dramatic, and I'm actually going to use a brown. This is the Doll Beauty Push Pop-In Liner in the shade Cocoa Crush. So yeah, I'm really excited to use this actually, because I feel like a brown liner just brings out the colours in my eyes, but still adds that kind of intensity that I want. Oh, that is smooth. Yeah, that is a really smooth liner. I'm not taking the liner right to the inner corner, just so we can keep the eye really nice and open still. Here comes the wing. I'm a little bit nervous. Okay, that'll do. Oh my god, this is such a nice liner. This is like really nice and smooth. I'm now going to brighten up the eyes even more with the Adult Beauty Eye Opener Pencil. I don't know what shade this is. Oh, Eye Light, which is like a nude shade. I'm going to put this in the waterline. I'm just going to take the brush, a little bit of the primer on, and kind of like run this underneath the eyes, not so there's too much that it creases, but just enough so there's some product there. And I'm just going to go back to the Jordanaticia palette and take that shade Cosmos again, and just messily run this underneath the lower lash line, just so there's like something there. Just going to go ahead and curl my lashes. Then I'm going to pop on the Glow For It Lash Growth Mascara. For lashes, I'm taking these ones from Obsessed Lashes. These are in the style 0H1 and they're like super soft and fluffy, perfect for this look. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop these on off camera and I'll be right back. Lashes are on, they are looking very fluttery and pretty, and that clear lash glue is amazing. You just have to let it dry down for a little bit longer than you would think, just because you can't see the glue like going see-through like a white glue. But other than that, that glue is unreal. Like, why has no one else come up with a clear lash glue? Or if they have, why have I not discovered it before? Because that is a winner. I'm just taking the Wishery gripping primer. What should I draw? Gemini. Like, look at the glow it gives. Like, don't be afraid of the red in this primer because it really does kind of go away once you massage it into the skin. And like when you put your foundation and everything on top, just a chef's kiss. Look how lovely and sticky that is. Like, that's what you want in a primer, one that's super sticky and really just helps make your makeup last. For any glam look, I just want to use my favourite foundation, and this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation in the shade 6N. This is my second bottle of this and it's coming to an end, as you can kind of see, but this is just like my absolute foolproof foundation. I love it. I just love the way it sits on the skin. I feel like the colour isn't the best, but I've just got a little bit of tan on. I probably could go like one shade darker, maybe even 7N or like a 6 warm or something, but I can make it work once you put bronzer and everything like that on anyway. But this is just like the nicest foundation. I love it so much. I'm going to pop it on with my ISO Clean blending sponge, which I've been loving. The sponge is so soft. So I'm just going to start blending this into the skin. Always take it down my neck as well. To cream contour, I'm going to go ahead and take my Made by Mitchell curve case, and I'm going to take the shade Hollow there. Nope, I'm going to take this shade here, which is called Chrome Carve. Do like cream bronzing contouring situation. You can put this around the outer perimeters of the face. I do have a little bit of product feedback about this. I just wish that the lid stayed closed a bit easier, because like when you open it, it's so easy to take the lid through the cream and kind of like ruin the pans like you see I've done here, which is so annoying if you want your products to stay looking neat. To apply this, I literally just use like a thin foundation brush. This is a really old, like kind of manky one from Real Technique, but this just works perfectly for me. And I'm just going to basically paint my face. So cheekbones, and then around the top of the forehead, and then also take a little bit just under my chin just to kind of sculpt this area out a little bit. I'm also just going to take the teeniest amount just on the sides of my nose, blend that down to kind of tie the whole look together. And then I'm just going to take this brush from Smashbox, the cream cheek brush, to blend it out. Just making sure to like blend the bronzer section more upwards. These curve cases are so nice. Like, despite my tiny little gripe with the packaging, the products inside are just so gorgeous. Like, they just sit on the skin so nicely. For blush, I'm going to take the shade Strawberry Cream, which is a beautiful like pale dolly pink shade from the curve case. I'm going to put on the blush before the concealer because I feel like it creates a really like blown out kind of smooth under eye. I'm going to like pack on the cream blush, and I'm taking it on this synthetic kabuki brush. So it's going to look a little bit crazy to start, but trust the process. Stamping that in, even as you can see, like the more I stamp, like just how it's working with that concealer. I'm now going to go ahead and put on my concealer. I'm taking the H&B Cosmetics Soft Airbrush Concealer. I'm taking the shades SF2W and SF0.5N. This has been my absolute staple. This is my second tube of the like darker concealer, like the main concealer for my face. And then I take the lighter concealer right in that inner corner, and it's just like the most beautiful combo. I will keep going on about this like forever. Like, it's so good for that flawless look, and this is what I want this look to achieve. So yeah, I'm going to pop this on, popping it on the main areas of the face. And that kind of blemish I've got going on there. I had a skin treatment done recently and it decided to break me out before the results get better. I like a lot of concealer. I think because I only really wear makeup when I'm going out anyway. I like to pack it on, you know? Let's pack on that makeup, girls. And then I'm going to blend it out with the sponge. I'm then going to take the really light shaded concealer, the SF 0.5, and just pop this right on the inner corner of the eye, like literally a dot, and this will just help to really brighten that area up. Blend it out initially, I like to take a fluffy brush and just kind of like dab the area. This way I don't move around the concealer too much and it stays in that same place. And then once I've kind of like dispersed it a little bit, I'll take my sponge and just kind of go over the top of it. To set this face into place, I'm taking the Jordanaticia powder in the shade Half Baked. I'm going to go in with the loose powder first, just on the kind of inner corner of the eye, like under eye area. It does actually say to use the pressed powder first, but I'm going to use the loose powder just because that is my preferences. So I'm going to go ahead and like twist it out. And then I'm just going to powder my whole face. Taking a big fluffy powder brush just to buff the powder into the skin. Just going to go ahead, take off the foundation off my lips. I'm now going to take the shade Gaia and Cosmos kind of mixed together and just to kind of re-smoke out that lower lash line, just because I kind of like missed it with the concealer and powder. I kind of just went over the top of it, so I'm going to re-add that back in. For bronzer, I'm going to take the best bronzer ever. This is the Doll Beauty Gimme Some bronzer in the shade Medium. I have another one lying around that's the old packaging and it lasts forever, but I just thought I'd show you the fresh one today. It's just the best. It's so creamy and buttery and sits on the skin just so beautifully. And if you have texture, this won't pick up on that texture. So gorgeous. And I'm just taking this old Real Techniques blush brush to apply it. For blush, I'm now taking the Beauty Crop blush in the shade Pink Rose. So I think it will just kind of complement that pink that we've got within the bronzer. I feel like it has died down a little bit, but this will like pick that back up again, you know? It's all about the layering. And I'm just popping this on with a Morphe M405 brush. I'm just dusting that on like the high points of the cheeks. To set everything into place, I'm going to take the Beauty Crop Oui Cherie Setting Mist. This makes your skin look so glowy. If you're someone who wants a glow to your makeup look, try this setting mist. It's just so stunning. This has cherry extract, hyaluronic acid, and I think it also has cherry kernel oil in. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. But it kind of like has this dual phase to it. You give it a shake and then you spray it all over and like your skin just comes to life. I love this and I can't believe it took me so long to like not try the Beauty Crop setting sprays and primers because they're so good. I love this stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and put the tiniest amount, and when I say tiny I mean tiny, amount of mascara on my lower lashes, like almost just like kissing the lashes, just so there's like something there because I am wearing quite big lashes. Just kind of balances out the eyes a little bit. The eyes are very like doe-eyed. You know how they say like every girl is compared to an animal or something? That makes no sense. There's this thing on TikTok I've seen, much like everything that I see on TikTok, where it's like you can be certain types of hot. There's like deer hot. I feel like this is deer hot, where you're like really big-eyed and like cute looking. It's not like so much sexy siren, it's just kind of cute, you know? Right, now onto the lips. I'm just gonna line my lips with Doll Beauty's Boy by Lip Liner. This is absolute staple for me, and yes, I still love that sound more than ever. Oh, it's such a satisfying sound, I just love it. I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with this lip liner. Now I'm taking the Maybelline Plump It lip gloss. This is in the shade Blush Blaze, and these are Blush Blaze. These are exclusive to TikTok Shop, by the way, so if you do want to check out this product, definitely go ahead and check out my TikTok down below, and I'll be linking it into my like product window shop place as well as the videos if you want to check it out. But this has chili pepper in to really plump up your lips, so wish me luck. I'm a little bit nervous. Here we go. First of all, the colour is gorgeous. I can almost feel the sizzling straight away. Okay, the colour is a little bit of me. That was a really nice lip combo, you know. I'm filming a TikTok video at the same time and it's so confusing remembering what I said to the camera and then what I've done to the camera below this camera. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I love that lip colour. I was snacking on some Pringles before filming this video and I've got bits of Pringle on my lips. Love that lip combo, definitely a bit of me. And this is the finished makeup look using some kind of new products, soft glam, full glam vibes, and I'm here for it. I feel super pretty. This is like a very like feminine kind of look. I'm doing that in phrases because of course everyone can wear this makeup look, but I just feel very pretty. You know, I really like this makeup look. I think this makes me feel like I'm going to buy myself a bouquet of flowers or be bought a bouquet of flowers. I don't know. But this is the finished makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Let me know if you've got any questions or any video requests you want to see so I can get that YouTube feel going again coming into the new year. That Jordanaticia palette is unreal. Highly recommend these glosses, by the way. Still tingling. Do my lips look slightly plumper from a second ago because that was the power of editing? I don't know, they're still tingling and I really enjoy the gloss. It is not like sticky, which is good, but the tingle is there and I quite enjoy it. Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed watching as always. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and hit that notification bell so you're alerted when I upload a new video. I'm obviously going to be aiming for a lot more in 2024, maybe once a week. I think starting from like every Wednesday, every Thursday, I think would be a good day. Let me know if you think otherwise. But yeah, follow me on my social media pages. I'm quite active on TikTok. My handle is Siobhan Makeup Biz, as well as Instagram. My handle is the same on like every platform. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you are all doing amazing and I shall see you in my next video. Bye!